What's going on, guys? It's Jay Camaro here with another episode of Initial Thoughts, and today we're going to be taking a look at Halo 4, which was released November 6th, 2012, was developed by 343 Industries, and is an Xbox 360 exclusive. Now, first of all, before I talk about Halo 4 one bit, Halo 4 is awesome, and it is my favorite game that I've played in a long time. I've been a fan of Halo ever since I got my Xbox. It was the reason I got an Xbox, and it'll always be the game I really play Xbox for. I put in over 700 hours of Halo Reach, and got to a really high rank, and still played it up until this game came out in November for over 2 years. So I definitely really enjoy the Halo franchise, but let's just get into Halo 4 and talk about what makes it special, what makes it good, and a couple things that could have maybe been a little bit better. Now, first of all, we're going to be going into the campaign, and the campaign of Halo 4 is probably the best campaign out of the Halo games. I think it's right up there with Halo Combat Evolved and Halo 2, those like really good games. Of course, it has the return of Master Chief, which is huge. We haven't seen him since 2007, which has been about 5 years. So it's definitely really cool to be playing as Master Chief. It comes in right where Halo 3 left off, and just the entire story is really good. I'm not going to spoil anything, but the Promethean weapons are really fun to use. They kind of add a different element to the Halo franchise. Just the story and gameplay, just everything is pretty much spot on. It's 4-player co-op over Xbox Live and 2-player split screen, which is pretty nice. And of course, you can do all the skulls and legendary, heroic, normal, and easy. It's integrated with the daily challenges again, so you're going to want to go in quite a few times to get some extra credits, which we'll talk about what credits mean in a little while when we get to the multiplayer segment. But the campaign for Halo 4 will probably take you around 5 hours to complete. There's not a ton of missions, but each mission is pretty long, and of course there's checkpoints. If you die, you can go right back. An interesting thing to note of Halo 4's campaign and the multiplayer element of that is, unlike Halo 3 and Halo Reach and pretty much every Halo game, save for Halo 3 ODST, which you all played as the rookie, everyone is Master Chiefs. There's no like Arbiter or extra elites or like multiplayer Spartans that you play as in Halo Reach's case. Which is definitely a little interesting, having 4 Master Chiefs, but you know, it's not really a big deal to me. It's just kind of worth noting. So that's pretty much all I'm going to say about the campaign for Halo 4. I'm not going to spoil anything. If you want to spoil it for yourself, there's probably a ton of Let's Plays up on YouTube, but I don't really like talking about the really like story-based like endings or really anything about the story, because I just think that if you don't want to, you should be able to watch a video about a campaign without spoiling anything. So that's pretty much the Halo 4 campaign. Played it first, and definitely one of the best. So the next part is multiplayer. Now, multiplayer has always been Halo's strong suit, and I think the multiplayer in Halo 4 is quite a bit different. So first of all, the big thing that everybody was talking about before Halo 4 came out was loadouts. So finally now, it kind of started in Halo Reach, where you could choose from a different like collection of set like loadouts. Now you can customize your own and use them, but it's very balanced in that there's no power weapons. There's no specialty like secondary weapons. You have a limited grenade supply, and it's all very balanced. So what's cool about the loadouts is that you can use them in Slayer modes in games like Infinity Slayer, but in some game modes like Slayer Pro, which you're seeing right here, I can't actually use my base loadout. So for games like Team Snipers or Infection or anything like that, where it's a set loadout, you're not gonna have people fighting with their set loadouts, which will definitely make it a little bit more balanced. There's still the pickups for the more powerful weapons, but just keep in mind that the weapons are pretty much like, it comes down to the battle rifle, the DMR, the assault rifle, some Covenant weapons, and some Promethean weapons. And then secondaries, you got the bolt shot, which is the Promethean weapon, the plasma pistol, and the Magnum. So it's not a ton of different choices, but it's definitely pretty cool. You unlock these by getting Spartan points, which you get 1 every time you rank up. Um, Another gameplay difference in Halo 4 is it's a lot more like Call of Duty, where I have to say this, that the damage system and just the way the Spartans take damage, you take damage a lot faster and your shields regenerate a lot slower. I have a perk on my guy, like a specialization or whatever it's called, that pretty much lets me regenerate my shields faster, and even at that, it's really slow. So keep that in mind. You're not going to be able to like get into the engagements in Halo Reach where you pretty much like walk up to someone and then you would shoot at each other for quite a long time. Pretty much engagements in Halo 4 last from 2 to 3 seconds, sometimes up to about 5 if you're both like dodging each other. But it's definitely a lot faster and you're going to die a lot more. In terms of game modes, they've actually gotten rid of quite a few of the game modes from Halo Reach. Invasion is gone. In the when this game came out, Snipers was gone. Slayer Pro was gone. But then what they're going to be doing is, not in Invasion's case, but other game modes, they're going to be adding them in every so often. So pretty much like the first matchmaking update, they brought in Team Snipers. That's gone now. They brought in Slayer Pro. They brought in Free for All Throwback, and those game modes kind of tend to come and go. I think Slayer Pro is still up, but I think Free for All Throwback and Team Snipers is gone. And I think that's definitely pretty cool. I think 343 Industries is definitely going to try to increase the longevity in Halo 4 a lot more than in Halo Reach, where they pretty much updated it every month. You're going to see a lot different game modes, and they're definitely going to want you to keep coming back to Halo 4, which I actually really like, because you have to admit that Halo Reach did get a little stale after a while. Me being a big Halo fan, I continued to play it after that, but it definitely did get a little bit boring pretty fast, because neither 343 nor Bungie really had a ton of like updates. Like, sure, you had DLC and stuff, but nothing like is going to happen in Halo 4. So the ranking system is also very differently. Gone is kind of the credit purchase stuff. Now pretty much the way you unlock armor and the way you rank up is still through credits, but it takes a lot shorter to rank up, which is going to be really cool, because in Halo Reach, once you got to that like Field Marshal, Hero, Legend, those took forever to rank up through, and there's no like huge level. They're each going to take, of course they're going to increase in length for each rank up as you continue ranking up, but I'm level 45 and the cap is 50, and then like the specializations, which I'll get into in a second, like are 10 levels each, but then those take like the same amount of XP to rank up through, and I'm at level 43 or 44, and I'm definitely ranking up pretty fast. Like in about probably I can rank up if I play Halo Reach Halo 4 a lot, I could probably rank up about once a night, which is a lot more than I could in Halo Reach, where I was Legend for pretty much a year before at the very end I ranked up to Mythic and got my inclement weather and stuff like that. But so that's pretty nice, and it's definitely going to increase the longevity, because I like ranking up. I like kind of unlocking new stuff, and Halo Reach's ranking system was definitely a little lacking once you got up to those really high ranks. Also, the armor system, like I said, is very different. You don't purchase anything, so the credits, which are now pretty much experience points, are only for ranking up. Then you unlock armor and different like visor colors and stuff, which there are a lot more different like intricate like helmets and knee pads and just everything, shoulders, chests, visor colors, just tons of different abilities like armor stuff you can add to your Spartan. They're all still aesthetical, so they won't like change the properties of your Spartan at all. Some are through rank, so for example, when I rank up to level 46, I'm going to unlock the Black Visor, but others are ranked up through Mastering a Commendation. So for example, Ryan, who got this game, he has been playing a lot and trying to get a lot of assassinations, because once you master the commendations for assassination, you get an exclusive armor like piece, which I have to say I don't really like a ton, because I want to unlock all the armor, and it's going to take forever to do that, and I know that's probably not going to happen. So the armor in Halo 4 is definitely, you don't change it as much, because the armor takes, like once you get by the level, like armor, which stops at level 50, it's going to take a long time to unlock each part, and you're going to have to be pulling off hundreds and hundreds of assassinations to be able to for example, get the assassination reward. Then there's specializations. Now, specializations are even more confusing. So once you get to level 50, you have a combination of specializations to include, which are like wet work, engineer, and they're pretty cool. They have like any like kind of property of your Spartan, so it can be better in certain things, and this is different for each specialization. I've not reached the point in time where I can choose my specialization yet, but then you unlock a collection of armor, so like the armor that you see in these little thumbnails, which you can go to from your service record menu. You can see like what armor you unlock, and then also you can unlock you unlock a weapon camo. Now weapon camos are also new. I have one for my assault rifle, which I got, of course, for pre-ordering the limited edition. But you get some different for each specialization. You get one weapon camo. So that's multiplayer, pretty cool, and I definitely think they're going to increase some longevity with the Halo franchise. The first map pack, the Crimson map pack, has already been released. It actually came out today, and then there's going to be 2 more before, I think the last one comes out in about spring of 2013. So next on to Spartan Ops, Forge, and Theater. Now Spartan Ops replaces Firefight, which we first saw in Halo 3 ODST and was expanded in Halo Reach. Spartan Ops is pretty much, think of it a little bit like Spec Ops from the Call of Duty Modern Warfare series, but there's more of a storyline to it. So they're like objective-based areas. They're pretty short, but then there's a cutscene so pretty much like you've got a season, then you've got an episode and different chapters in each episode. So that's definitely a little weird, but so like you pretty much get. Right now we have 5 episodes, and I think one is unlocked every week. I think the first batch are free. I don't know if they're gonna start charging us for it. So there's a cutscene for each like chapter, and then there's about 5 episodes for each chapter, or 1 chapter and then 5 episodes. It's really confusing because there's like seasons and chapters, and so 1 cutscene, and then you play 5 like missions, and then you wait a week. You can play these with friends up to 4 player, but the only disappointing part is that they don't really unlock. There's not really any new locations. They're pretty much all borrowed from either multiplayer maps or campaign, which I definitely think is a little disappointing. And I think pretty much 343 already has all the Spartan Ops missions on the disc. They're just unlocking them every week, which means that because you don't really have to download anything, they're just like there. It's like, oh, here's some more Spartan Ops missions, which leads me to believe that they're already all there, and they're pretty much just loading in small like kilobytes of data for different little objective places around the maps. And then the cutscenes I think are actually just loaded from online. So sometimes, depending on the internet connection, they don't look great for me because I have a terrible internet connection, which leads me to believe it's not on the disc because they look very grainy and very standard definition. Forge is quite a bit different in Halo 4. There's no Spartan, there's no UNSC flying vehicles, so no like Falcon. There is a Banshee though, and you can forge objects pretty much the same way, except now there's dynamic shadows, which there is a loading screen, but it's very short, a lot shorter than it was led to believe. Probably about it. It changes the more objects that you have on the map, the more time it takes to load. But it doesn't take forever. Probably about 5 seconds is going to be your max. But the Forge maps are definitely a lot smaller. There's 3 different Forge environments just specifically made for forging. And then, of course, you can forge in all the multiplayer maps. But compared to Forge World, these are really small. And I know that Halo 4 is pretty much pushing the Xbox 360 to its limits. So they couldn't have those like super large maps. But it is a little disappointing to have these small environments coming out of the massive like building palette that Forge World was. Finally, we have Theater Mode, which is pretty much the same as it always has been. You can record clips, post pictures to your file share, and I think it's definitely pretty cool. Of course, I'm recording off of Theater Mode right now, and it's pretty useful for YouTubers like me who don't want to be recording every single game just to hope that they get a good one, like Battlefield 3. So finally, as this video is coming to an end, should you buy Halo 4? The answer is yes. If you have an Xbox 360 and have Xbox Live, get this game. I know the holidays are coming up, ask for it, because you will not be disappointed in Halo 4. I couldn't see anyone, except for really like small kids who aren't allowed to play these kind of games. I don't think anyone would be disappointed in Halo Reach. I mean Halo 4, and it's by far the best offering the Xbox 360 in terms of first-person shooters have this year, in my opinion. I know that Black Ops 2 is alright, but I think that Halo 4 is better than Black Ops 2. I'll just come out and say it right now. Halo 4 is my bet for Game of the Year, and I hope to play it over and over from now on, and it's definitely going to be a standout in the Xbox 360 for me. So if you guys enjoyed this video, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. Peace out.